In our interactions and time that we've spent together, you've actually presented to me a package that you give a potential seller.
Yes.
And I've never seen anything like that before. I thought it was a phenomenal tool. Tell us a little bit about what that package looks like.
Sure.
And what is it actually in it?
So there's a lot that goes in to a listing appointment. So a listing appointment is where somebody is trying to earn the business of a client, or trying to become, have them become a client of theirs. And so my listing packets are probably a little bit more intense than a lot of people's.
Sure.
So I put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's more than just, hey, the house across the street sold for this much, and your house is pretty.
Comps.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of things that go into that, and we look at lots of different things. We look at school districts. We look at the average income of the neighborhood to kind of give people an idea. I'm like, hey, this is what the average household income is in this neighborhood in comparison to a neighborhood that's maybe 3 blocks away this way. And they do vary substantially in a lot of those cases, which makes people decide on, well, hey, if that's a low average household income, are those the types of neighborhoods we want to live in? Because there's probably a lot of turnover, because are there a lot of rentals?
Potential riffraff or whatever.
Yeah, there are a lot of rentals in that neighborhood, and a lot of people don't want to deal with, people constantly moving, coming and going as their neighbors, especially if you've got a young family and things like that. Safety's an issue.
Right, absolutely.
So there's a lot of detailed information that goes into that, those packets, but it's not just that, but the most important thing is talking to your client first, finding out what is important to them in selling their home. What is the reasoning behind them selling their home? And you don't think of them as a payday, you think of them as a person. And that's the most important thing, is you get to the bottom of, hey, what is the reasoning? Are you doing this because financially you need to? Unfortunately, some things happened in your life where you can't afford to live in this home anymore. Are you an empty nesters and you have way too much house now? So there's a lot of things that go into that. So every single one of my listing packets is very different from one another. They're very catered to the individual.